the youngest person ever to have sailed around the world alone in your boat.
Yeah, that's right.
How old were you when you started your trip?
So I was 14 when I left, and I was 16 when I finished.
Okay.
Yeah. Across the Pacific, I stopped in the Galapagos briefly, where I had an uninvited visitor on the boat, Mr. Sea Lion. He just kind of blobbed onto the boat one night, and I went out to check the anchor. I got a big shock, of course, because there's this big black blob lying there, but figured out it was a sea lion with really sharp teeth, so I wasn't going to argue whether he could stay or not. Just told him he shouldn't come inside, which he didn't. Then all these experiences, all these things, I thought, I want to do something with this. I want to somehow share it with the world and give it further, but especially to kids, because I worked for a school in New Zealand for quite a while in the outdoor education. And I saw kids that, were my age when I sailed around, and they seemed so kind of lost, like they didn't know where to go or what to do, and they had no self-confidence, and I often thought, man, I wish I could put them on a boat and just send them through a storm, because you learn so much from that. So then I thought, well, why don't I just do that? May seem like a bit of a crazy idea, but I started thinking about a boat that would be perfect to take kids on that have never ever sailed, or people that have never been on a boat. So I designed this boat. And now I'm looking for sponsors and people to actually get the boat built. And the aim is really to learn life skills. I don't want to teach sailing. That's up to, some people love it and others hate it. But these things that I learned from the journey, I want to give them as well. So they have to do everything on the boat themselves. They need to sail, they need to cook, they need to navigate, they need to work together as a team. And I really believe this will give them a huge stepping stone into their life, because I see often kids like 16, 17, they're done with school and they know a lot. There's a lot of theory, there's a lot of knowledge, but in schools they don't really teach you how to keep going with it. They have a set path for you, a set path of rules that you need to follow, but every human is an individual. Everybody has got their own dreams and their own goals. And when I was 13, people said, you can't do that because you're 13. Not, you can't do that because you don't have the skills or you can't do it. And I think that's where the problem is. They didn't look at me as an individual person. They looked at me as a 13-year-old.